The room was silent, but his mind was louder than ever. The clock ticked slowly, each second reminding him of everything he had failed to become. He sat on the edge of his bed staring at a wall that had seen more of his dreams than the world ever did. Another day had passed with no progress, no recognition, and no sign that life was about to change. People say silence brings peace, but when you are chasing a dream that refuses to move, silence becomes heavy. It presses against your chest and asks the same painful question again and again. What if this is all your life will ever be? What if I tell you that the moment you feel most defeated is not the end of your story, but the exact point where everything can change if you make one decision? That night, a dangerous thought crossed his mind. Maybe quitting would hurt less. Maybe giving up would finally bring rest. The idea felt tempting, almost comforting, because hope had started to feel exhausting. He was not always like this. Once he believed effort alone could change destiny. As a child, he dreamed freely. As a teenager, he worked endlessly. As a young man, he failed repeatedly. The first failure taught him patience. The second taught him humility. The third taught the world how to judge him. Friends moved forward, family grew concerned, and relatives became experts at comparison. Their words were polite, but every sentence cut deep. Slowly, he learned that pain does not always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from people who love you but do not understand your journey. He tried harder than ever. Early mornings became routine, late nights became normal, and comfort became a stranger. Still, nothing changed. The world did not notice. Applause never came, and in that quiet disappointment, doubt grew stronger. Not doubt in his skills, not doubt in his plan, but doubt in his worth. That doubt followed him everywhere. It sat beside him while he worked and lay next to him when he tried to sleep. That night, he stood in front of the mirror and looked at himself for a long time. He did not see weakness. He saw exhaustion. He whispered softly, "If I quit now, nobody will stop me." The sentence scared him more than failure ever had. Because deep down, he knew quitting would bring relief today, but regret tomorrow. In that moment, he made a decision. Not a loud decision, not a dramatic promise, but a silent one. He decided to change quietly. From the next morning, his life looked the same to the world. Same routine, same struggle, same face. But inside, something shifted. He stopped waiting for motivation and started building discipline. He worked on days he felt strong and especially on days he felt empty. Some mornings, his body moved without energy, driven only by habit. Some nights, doubt returned stronger than before. But he reminded himself that pain with purpose is easier to carry than pain without direction. Weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. The world still did not notice, and that almost broke him. Almost. During this time, he learned to be alone, not lonely, but focused. He stopped chasing validation and started chasing growth. Slowly, he became stronger even without results. His mindset sharpened, his patience deepened, and his ego faded. Failure no longer scared him. Quitting did. If you are listening to this story and feeling ignored, feeling stuck, feeling tired of trying, remember this moment. This is Mindforge, a place where silent struggles are turned into unbreakable strength. If this story feels like your own life, subscribe to Mindforge and remind yourself that karma never forgets effort, even when people do. One evening, while others celebrated small victories, he was still working. Not because he had to, but because he chose to. That is when opportunity arrived, not as a miracle and not as luck, but as a quiet test. A small chance that most people would ignore. But he noticed it because preparation teaches you to recognize opportunity when it whispers instead of shouting. He failed again, then again, but this time failure did not stop him. It guided him. He adjusted, learned, and moved forward. Slowly, something began to change. Not overnight and not magically, but clearly. People started asking questions. How did you get so good? When did this happen? He smiled because they never saw the nights he almost quit, the mornings he worked without hope, or the years he stayed consistent without applause. When success finally arrived, it did not make him proud. It made him grateful. He remembered the version of himself who almost gave up and understood a powerful truth. The struggle was not a punishment. It was preparation. Life had not been testing him to break him, but shaping him to carry more. If life feels heavy right now, it does not mean you are failing. It means you are being prepared for something greater. Do not rush your journey. Do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, and do not abandon yourself in moments of doubt. Work in silence, stay consistent, and let karma keep the record. This is your reminder from Mindforge. Your pain has a purpose, your struggle has meaning, and your story is not over yet. Subscribe to Mindforge, share this story with someone who needs strength today, and remember, success always comes to those who refuse to quit, even when nobody is watching.